Welcome to BBC Points West with Liz Beacon and David Garmston.
Our main story tonight, the Net closes in on a killer.
Our other headlines tonight, hundreds of local authority workers face the sack as the council in Bristol fails to find enough volunteers. Also in the programme, arrests are made over the trouble which marred Bristol Rovers game at Port Vale. They offer a taste of the Far East. Eco-friendly, they push along on pedal power and do 0 to 60 in, well, I'm not actually sure they can do 60 at all. But rickshaws could soon be seen on the streets of Regency Cheltenham. Well, it's been raining for much of the day here in Cheltenham. Hardly the ideal conditions for taking a ride on a rickshaw. But for this company, launching a business at this time of the year was never the plan. With us in the studio is Dr. Dawn Harper, who's a GP from Stroud and a familiar face, I'm sure, to viewers of Embarrassing Bodies on Channel 4. Dr. Dawn, by cutting the use of antibiotics, do you think it's really going to make a difference for the future?
It is. It's not going to be the panacea. I think we've got to attack this from every angle, but certainly in the past I think we've given too many antibiotics for what has turned out to be a viral infection.
She's doing really well, and let me just tell you, it's all pretty calm here tonight, but that really wasn't the case 48 hours ago, because Becky here had actually been out in the fields and had got herself trapped in between a container and a retaining wall, and she was somehow upside down, wedged in this really tight spot. Now, Terry, you've owned Becky for most of her life. It must have been awful, and how did you even hear that she'd got herself trapped?
Yeah, my mum came out of the house and heard a commotion. And called me across to say that she thought something had happened. I came racing across and found Becky upside down in a gap about 1 metre by half a metre.
Good evening. 9 months on from that crucial vote, we are officially on the road to leaving the EU. Here in the West, 13 of our 19 council areas, shown here in blue, voted out. But the referendum in our region was actually much closer than that suggests, with 49.3% of people wanting to stay in the EU and 50.7% wanting to leave. What everyone here raves about is the sense of magic. And when you come backstage into this quick change wardrobe area, you get a real sense of that. I love this Mary Poppins outfit, just waiting to go ahead of tonight's performance. Hello, yes, tonight the children, the singing children of Africa, are getting ready for their next performance here in St Andrew's Church in Burnham-on-Sea. From here they'll take their tour on to Breen and Highbridge, and a week on Saturday they'll be performing to crowds, we hope, at the Mall in Cribbs Causeway. Now, they haven't spent the entire day rehearsing for tonight's performance. They've also spent much of the day with children from the primary school down the road. This was no ordinary start to the day for these Year 5 children, a taste of a different culture, which prompted lots of questions.
What's your husband? Mad and Ras.
We are teaching them 1 to 10 in Kiswahili.
So my first lesson in holding a pigeon, I've got my fingers tucked just around her feet, and I'm told if I hold her close to me, she'll just sit there and enjoy a bit of a cuddle. And she's so silky smooth. And it's actually quite calming. This couple's passion for pigeons is infectious. Wilson may be their first big win. I doubt he'll be their last. Liz Beacon, BBC Points West, Minehead. And it's easy to see why, even though the sand is scorching our feet here, it's pretty glorious. You've come for a day out, I believe.
A day out, yes, from Evesham, Worcestershire. Booked a day off work to come out in the sunshine, and it's glorious, isn't it?
Cool, absolutely glorious. Did you just put the day off because you knew it was going to be so hot?
Yeah, last minute thing. Sunshine, day off work.
Look, it's so hot, my ice cream is melting. Ridiculous, I'm going to go and eat it. Flynn, tell me what you're doing right now.
Wibbling.
You're whatting?
Wibbling.
You're wibbling. Why are you wibbling?
Because how fast the donkeys walk.
It's very true. Walking very fast, and it's very, very hot. away from the seaside. It's a job trying to keep cool, but I can tell you this splash park really helps. I think I'm pushing my luck here. This display is really amazing. When you approach the village of Charlton, which is just outside Malmesbury, you cannot fail to find the Charlton lights. There are over 100,000 lights on display here, covering the house, sheets of them in fact, glowing stars, Father Christmases, snowmen, and over in the corner here even a blow-up Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Now, as you heard, lots of people have been coming here every single day for the last 2 weeks, giving money to charity as they come, and it's been delighting crowds, young and old.
We've had a great night, yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah, I find it quite emotional. I got into the grotto over there with the reindeers. I was like filling out. It was just so beautiful and so Christmassy.
Well, it's a credit to them, and I do hope they raise lots of money.
Well, they're not just lights on display here. There are, in fact, a few grottos dotted around the place. There's a nativity scene over in one corner. Father Christmas has his very own grotto, and I have to show you this. This is an Arctic grotto filled with reindeer, a model of Father Christmas, and there's even a penguin there having a whoosh down an iceberg. Well, we've gone a little bit spooky here in the studio. We've transformed ourselves into pumpkins, David.
Yes, thanks to Andrew, the pumpkin man, for carving us tonight. Don't have nightmares is all I would say. I think I'm going to be made into some soup later on. But even soup. A pumpkin would know that Man U doesn't have a women's football team, as I said.
Well, you live and you learn, David. You live and learn.
We'll see you again for the late news at 10. Otherwise, back tomorrow. Bye for now.
Good night.
Have a
Happy
nice
Halloween.